I know this is a really overdone video and goes kind of against my channel's motto, but I just wanted to express my own views in this. You can be sure that these are my uninfluenced opinions on the topic, since so far I've only seen one video about how video games aren't fun anymore and didn't even relate to it. This topic has been on my mind for quite a while, and this was a perfect excuse for me to give it a shot at video essays, which I've recently discovered and enjoy watching. Before we start, I would just like to clear out that this is not a video about making video games fun again. This is a video that will hopefully remind you of why you started playing that favorite video game of yours. When people say gaming, most people nowadays interpret it as the competitive type, so let's start with that. I was never good at shooting games, so the first competitive game I actually played was Rocket League when it was made free to play on Epic Games. Launching the game, I saw the competitive section locked and thought I needed to play 10 casual matches to unlock it. I played in casual and completely forgot about the competitive section till a friend of mine reminded me of it a whole month later. I found the game fun because it was hilarious in how it represented a typical 5-year old boy's biggest interests: cars and football, if I dare to say, and soccer, if you're American. However, when I started playing ranked matches, that feeling quickly went away. Rocket League now became a competitive game like any other grind to rank up. I used to get frustrated to the point where it would ruin my day if I lost matches and dropped ranks. Many people might call me crazy for only playing 1v1s or solos, but Rocket League is known for people complaining about bad teammates and whatnot, so I was reluctant to play in duos or teams. Moreover, I was used to playing solo anyways. Bad ping was a nightmare, but when I only played casual, it was actually funny. Toxic players used to be hilarious to me too, since bullies never usually bother me. But a toxic player, when you're so desperately trying to rank up and lose in the end, and they're telling you to just uninstall the game, that's the first time someone else got into my head. I remembered how this game was about car soccer, such a cute and kiddie concept, and I quit, seeing how all the magic had been ruined by the competitive aspect of it. And to prove my point that all the magic had been ruined for me, I remember playing solos, and I don't know how old he or she, my opponent, must have been, but they said, "Can I please win? It's my birthday." Now, I had dropped a lot of ranks the previous day and that day as well, and so even though my birthday had passed just 2 months ago, I blatantly lied that it's my birthday too, and in the end, I didn't let that kid win. I mean, at the time, I thought that must be a 13 or 14-year-old just trying to get an easy win. But now I'm thinking that might have been an 8 or 9-year-old kid who was having a bad day and couldn't go to meet their friends during the lockdown because this was around 2020. And I completely ruined their day again by not letting a kid win. Like, I don't know, I just feel I should have been the better person in that case, because now I realize I know a lot of people will get mad at me for this, but in the end, it's just a game, and I could have made someone else happy because that didn't make me happy. It just made me more frustrated and more like I need to rank up. I just won a match and I need to rank up. Seeing how the competitive aspect of a video game had completely ruined it for me, I went back to playing single player video games like I always had. But unfortunately, my experience with competitive gaming had changed me forever. Let's take Genshin Impact for example. I never really understood how RPG games worked, and even today, Genshin is the only RPG I actually understand. When I downloaded the game, I didn't even know what quests were. I used to open up the map and see my exploration percentage of a region, and used to think I'm literally supposed to explore the area. So I would go around Windrise, which, if you played the game, you would know, like, that's pretty much one of the first areas you see, and I would go around Windrise killing slimes at first. I explored all of Mondstadt, even Dragonspine, although that killed me really easily since I was like AR-15 at the time. I was completely clueless of what I was supposed to do, and hence I had complete freedom. I played the game only for its map. Even playing 30 minutes a week would leave me satisfied since I had fun going to new places and dying if the difficulty was too high, like I remember Stormbearer Mountains. And I remember my first 5-star Gene, And when I got it, my initial reaction wasn't that excitement you get that I got a 5 star. My initial reaction was, wait, she's playable? It was the most peaceful experience I've ever had with video games. Slowly, I started to understand how the game worked, quests, rewards, and the gacha system, and the artifact sets and whatnot. And I didn't realize it at first, but slowly, I stopped playing the game for its geographical beauty, or the map in simple words, and started to, as gamers would say, grind the game. I would complete my daily commissions, farm artifacts, analyze how I could increase my damage, level up my characters and their talents, and research about the pity system to increase my party configurations. I don't even know how much I was like putting, like the amount of IQ I put into that game. And it started to reach a point where I wouldn't even want to play the game and would kind of force myself to complete my daily commissions and finish my resin, all in the name of progress. As weird as that sounds, because it was a video game and that doesn't affect my life, but all in the name of progress. And the game, which was once the most peaceful thing to me, now became the most tiring and even depressing. I guess that's what a gaming addiction is like. You don't enjoy gaming, but you feel like you have to because it's a habit by then. So if you play the game, you would know this character Venti, and back when I was playing Genshin a lot, I'd been farming for his rerun, the 2.61, and after fortunately getting him, I convinced myself to take a break from Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact was the only game I used to play back then, so I pretty much quit gaming in general for a while. I had always found shooter games interesting, but I had always been absolutely terrible at them. But I wanted to give this genre a try since by now I'd played every sort of game available except shooters. After around a month of quitting Genshin, I downloaded Apex Legends, but after only 10 hours I quit because of how pathetically I played and how pathetically my laptop could run it at 20 FPS. I needed something more beginner friendly. I had Valorant installed back from 2020 when the lockdown started, but I had never even launched it. So I gave it a try. Loading up into Valorant, I really liked how the game looked, as in the art style, and the absence of a sprint mechanic made the skill level a lot lower. I was still not good at it and was extremely tense when I started, but I soon realized that my teammates weren't really good anyways, and we were playing unranked anyways. Everyone was struggling to aim, and after such a long time period, I actually had fun gaming. I finally let go of trying to improve and I just enjoyed the game. I'm still terrible at Valorant and haven't even unlocked competitive yet, but I don't think I'll play that mode much anyways. I found that the main reason I'd come to hate Rocket League and Genshin Impact was the fact that I played it every day, unlike Valorant. The game gets old quick that way and the magic disappears sooner than it should, but there are a lot of people in a much worse condition. I've seen Genshin players literally worship the meta, as in the most optimum characters and weapons, and following the tier lists and whatnot, but fortunately I never did that. I came up with all the artifact combinations, the party configurations, priority talents, etc. all by myself. Even in Rocket League, I played with whatever card I wanted to rather than limiting myself to a specific one like the Octane. Even in Valorant, people only use one agent with one gun, but that playstyle is totally not my thing. I guess people forget that video games are supposed to be an escape from reality, which means escaping all responsibilities and stresses. You should never feel obligated to do something in or for a video game, because unless you're making a living out of it, the actual outcome is, well, nothing. I'm not saying don't play video games, I support gamers and what they enjoy, but we need to stop obsessing over getting better in gaming. The real world already forces us to do that for so many things. With video games being so advanced by now, instead of following guides, try playing it how you want to, since modern video games do allow that freedom. Don't be afraid to look into new genres, since that might make things less boring. If you're still watching this video, I'll finally give you the answer as a reward. What was the original reason you started playing video games? Because new things are exciting. It's as simple as that. Since video games don't directly affect your actual life, there is no fear of the unknown or messing up. You're free to explore and have fun. You get to live a different life in a different world or realm, and many times you have new powers. You learn so many new things and get to experience different lives. Valorant gives you guns and abilities, Genshin Impact gives you superpower fights, and Rocket League reminds me of what I wished for my whole childhood. Sandbox games like Minecraft take this freedom to the next level, allowing you to do whatever you desire, especially with mods and add ons. In video games, you're free to explore in any way you desire, and I believe no other form or medium of entertainment can provide that feeling. But as we obsess to get better, the magic slowly dies. If you're watching this video, chances are video games aren't anything new to you. As I said in the beginning, I won't be going over how to make video games fun again. Maybe the video games you're playing right now just aren't your thing. Or maybe the video games chapter of your life has ended and it's time for you to try out new things, keeping video games to fill up the little time you have to cool down or chill. I hopefully reminded you why you started playing video games, but for the other questions you have in mind, I want you to figure them out for yourself. I don't think I'm the right person to answer them. After all, no two gamers are the same.